What if the Ballon d'Or was given only to the player with the most goals in the year? Would Messi still be the biggest winner? So in this video, we're gonna see who would win the Ballon d'Or in each year from 2010 to 2024, but only giving the award to the player with the most goals in a calendar year. The results really shocked me. They were not what I thought. So let's start with 2010. And the top scorer in 2010, counting with all leagues, was Lionel Messi. Well, this was the same as the actual Ballon d'Or. He scored 60 goals in 64 games. But in the following year, it was different. In 2011, it was Ronaldo who showed up, having an incredible year. He was the 2011 La Liga top scorer. Then, in the following months, he also scored other 4 hat-tricks, reaching a total of 60 goals in 60 games, becoming the worldwide top scorer of 2011. In this video, we'll give the Ballon d'Or to the top scorer of each year, so now Messi and Ronaldo are tied. But now comes the tiebreaker, because we arrive in 2012.
Here he goes, they'll have to try and follow him again. It's Iniesta and it's Messi once more. Oh, wow!
In 2012, Messi set a record that will never be broken. Between January and December, he scored a massive 91 goals. It was 79 for Barcelona and 12 for Argentina, an average of 1.3 goals per game. So Messi wins another Ballon d'Or. But now we arrive in 2013. With 8 hat-tricks, 6 free kicks, 14 headers and many braces, in 2013 Ronaldo had the most goal-scoring year of his entire career. Just in the group stage of the Champions League, he scored 3 against Copenhagen, 3 against Juventus, counting with home and away matches, and a hat-trick against Galatasaray, with one of these goals being really iconic.
Cristiano Ronaldo, great feet. Cristiano Ronaldo, that is stunning!
So, with a massive 69 goals, Cristiano Ronaldo became the world's top scorer 2013. Now Messi and Ronaldo are tied again. But now in 2014, the tiebreaker comes again. In 2014, combining club and national team, Lionel Messi scored 58 goals, an impressive number. But there was Ronaldo.
It's Ronaldo, in, under it. The perfect ending to the perfect night.
In 2014, Cristiano Ronaldo was the Champions League top scorer, scoring 8 goals in the knockout stage alone. So he won the title, and the following months he continued playing exceptionally well.
He blighted his World Cup. Here he goes. He's sharp tonight, all right. Ronaldo. Oh.
He scored a brace in UEFA Super Cup. Also in La Liga, he scored a hat-trick against La Coruña Athletic and even 4 goals against Elche. So even though Messi had 58 goals, Ronaldo scored 61, receiving his 3rd Ballon d'Or here. So far, our top scorer list is almost matching the actual Ballon d'Or list, except for 2011. But now, things are gonna get crazy. In 2015, there was simply the best attacking trio of all time.
Suarez has got in here, and he's got Neymar in support.
Needless to say, this trio scored a lot, with Messi in the lead with 52. But in the capital of Spain, for Real Madrid, Ronaldo scored 54. And adding 3 more for Portugal, he reached a total of 57 goals. So even with the MSN trio at its peak, Cristiano Ronaldo once again became the world's top scorer, winning his 4th Ballon d'Or in our list. But little did he know, this would be his last time at the top of the world. So, after Ronaldo scored all these goals, in 2016, he almost repeated it, reaching 55. Another impressive year. But this time, Messi did even better.
It's Messi! It is magnificent from Lionel Messi!
In 2016, Messi scored many braces, 7 free kicks, and 6 hat-tricks, the most impressive one in the Champions League.
It's going to fall here for Messi, who can wander around the goalkeeper.
Now Messi. Collar off in front of him. Messi picks out the corner and gets another one. Suarez, Messi for the hat-trick, and Messi gets the hat-trick.
He destroyed Guardiola's Man City. In the group stage of the Champions League, he scored 10 goals, while for Argentina, he added another 8. So, in the calendar year, Lionel Messi scored 59 goals, becoming the worldwide top scorer of 2016. Up until now, we have a Messi and Ronaldo dominance. But from 2017 onwards, things start to change, and change a lot. In 2017, both Ronaldo and Messi had a great year. Ronaldo scored 53 and Messi 54. But for the first time in a decade, another player surpassed them. And it was a 24-year-old who had the year of his life.
Still Kane. And he's done it again! And Kane here, is he going to finish this one? Yes!
In what many consider the toughest league in the world, Harry Kane made it look easy. He scored hat-tricks against Hull City, Stoke City, West Brom, Fulham, Burnley, Southampton, and even against Apoel in the Champions League. And what was even more impressive was what he did against Leicester City, at the time the reigning English champion.
And Minson has a look up, finds Kane! Good chance here, Harry Kane! Kane goes for goal! Spurs have a sixth, Harry Kane has a fourth!
In addition to that, he also scored 7 for England, adding up to a total of 56 goals in a year. Harry Kane broke the streak of Messi and Ronaldo. But if Kane being the world's top scorer surprised you, wait until you see who's next. In the following year, 2018, Kane only scored 34 goals, while Ronaldo had 49 and Messi 51. So Messi was ready to be the top scorer, if it weren't for a 27-year-old playing in Qatar, Baghdad Balneja. Yeah, in 2018, no one scored more goals than him. Playing for Al Sadd, he broke records that are almost impossible to repeat. Only in the Qatari League, he scored an incredible 39 goals in 20 matches, almost 2 per match, including 7 in a single game. Playing against Al Arabi alongside Xavi, Baghdad scored 1 goal in the first half and another 6 in the second. Literally 2 hat-tricks in 45 minutes. He was also the top scorer of the AFC Champions League and scored for his national team, Algeria. So Baghdad became the world's top scorer with a total of 59 goals. Now that's what I call an underdog. But if you were surprised, now we arrive in 2019, where Messi scored 50 goals. He was even the Champions League top scorer. But far away from Spain, in the capital of Saudi Arabia, there was a guy that shocked everyone. This guy called Hamdallah played for Al Nassr and had the best season of a Saudi League player ever. He managed to score in 13 games in a row, also having 2 hat-tricks and 1 poker trick. And in the King's Cup, the equivalent of the FA Cup, he scored 11 goals in 4 matches, with 2 poker tricks in a row. So in 2019, for Al Nassr only, he scored 57 goals. If the Ballon d'Or was given to the top scorer of the year, Hamdallah would also be a winner. But now we arrive in 2020, where one player started to challenge Messi and Ronaldo's dominance.
Here's an early opportunity for Gnabry, and what a finish that is from Lewandowski.
In 2020, while the games were played without fans, Robert Lewandowski became the world's top scorer for the first time. He was consistently the top scorer in Germany, but in 2020, he scored more goals than any player in the globe. Lewandowski was the top scorer of the German Cup, Bundesliga and the Champions League, scoring a total of 47 goals for club and country, entering the list for the first time. It was truly impressive, but you can't even compare it to what he did in 2021.
Sané with the shot, it's going to fall for Lewandowski! Yes! The record they said would never be broken is now his and his alone!
I think it's almost impossible for anyone to repeat what he did that year. In the Bundesliga, he scored in every match he played from February to September, including 4 hat-tricks and a record that will never be broken. He was the top scorer of the Bundesliga with 41 goals, surpassing Gerd Müller's old record. He also scored in the Champions League, and for Poland he netted 11 more. So adding it all up, between January and December 2021, Robert Lewandowski scored a massive 69 goals, the same number Ronaldo scored in 2013. And 2021 was the last time the Ballon d'Or covered the calendar year. Now the prize was gonna be given to the best of the European season. So after Lewandowski, the next top scorer is a guy that in the 2021-22 season scored 57 goals. Lewandowski. Yeah, for a third time, he was the world top scorer. In the 2021-22 season, no one scored more than him. It was 13 in the Champions League, 35 in the Bundesliga, 2 in the German Super Cup, and another 7 with Poland. He scored more goals than Benzema. The problem was that he didn't win the Champions League. Even so, he became the top scorer once again and tied with Lionel Messi. Impressive. Lewandowski dominated, but now his reign was gonna be challenged, cause in the 2022-23 season, a Norwegian had the season of his life.
Joao Cancelo, oh that's a great ball, oh it had to be!
Haaland proved to be one of the most successful transfers ever. In his first season for Man City, he broke records. He literally had the most goals in a single Premier League season ever, 36, winning the Premier League, FA Cup and the Champions League. Till then, the only player to score 5 goals in a single knockout stage match was Lionel Messi, but against Leipzig, Haaland repeated that feat.
And Haaland tucks it away, Haaland again, oh it's saved, and Haaland's there again!
Haaland had a perfect season, in addition to scoring another 4 goals for Norway, so he became the world top scorer with 56 goals. Now we arrive at the 2023-24 season, and from all seasons, it was here that we had the closest contest to determine the top scorer. And something really impressive is that even at 39 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo for Al Nassr and Portugal scored 51 goals. So he could be the top scorer for the 5th time in his video, if it wasn't for Harry Kane and Mbappe, who scored 52. Yeah, just 1 goal difference. And you won't believe this, but both Harry Kane and Mbappe scored exactly 44 goals for their clubs and 8 for their national teams. So the tiebreaker will have to be the fewer matches played. And Mbappe played a total of 62 games, that's 0.83 goals per match. But Harry Kane played 59 games. So for the 2nd time, Harry Kane wins the Ballon d'Or for the top scorer of the world. This is the final ranking. Harry Kane with 2 wins, Messi and Lewandowski with 3, and Ronaldo is the biggest winner, being the world's top scorer 4 times. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you're gonna like this one. So thank you and bye.